Hello. Hi. How are we doing? We're trying. I could set up my nice camera, but the laptop the laptop FaceTime camera isn't bad, and it fits better. Hello. Hi. Oh, I can hear me. How are we doing? We're trying. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. We're also going to go live on TikTok. Still can't figure out how to make OBS go live on TikTok for me. So let's do this. All right. Hello. I added a couple new commands. And then the thing's on timer. So if you type in !meal, it'll tell you what we're cooking tonight. I just have to remember to turn that off every time I'm not doing a cooking stream. Tonight we are cooking, we're doing some chicken thighs, mashed potatoes, and carrots. And we're gonna cook the carrots we're gonna roast the carrots in like a brown sugar glaze. And then we're gonna make a pan sauce as well. !meal only works on the Twitch. Sorry to the people on YouTube. I don't think I can add commands like that to YouTube streams. Also, if you're watching on TikTok, hello. Thanks for being here. We already have the chicken sitting in a buttermilk marinade, which, if you're curious about how to make a buttermilk marinade, it's really easy. It's about a cup of milk, any kind of milk. I use almond milk. About a cup of milk, and then about a tablespoon of an acid. And I just use distilled white vinegar. You put those things together in a bag and you let it sit for like 10 minutes. The milk will start to curdle. Once it does, you can throw the meat in that bag and you can let that sit in the marinade there for like 30 minutes to 2 hours, and it will make the meat tender. If you want juicier chicken, that's how you do it. It looks gross. Yep, it is raw chicken in a bag of milk and vinegar. It's not gonna look pretty. But it will eventually look good. All right. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is make the carrots. We got some carrots here. I'm gonna peel them and chop them. Gotta grab my trash can, bring it over here. And I also need a bowl. You're gonna get a bowl. We're gonna make our glaze in this bowl so that when we peel and chop our carrots, we can toss it into this bowl. We're gonna get brown sugar. All of my brown sugar is compacted. But we can fix that. So my favorite way to fix this, you get a paper towel, right? And then you make it moist. You put that in there on top, and then you pop that into the microwave. Pop that in the microwave for like 15 seconds, and then it should be back to normal. Enough. We just need about a quarter cup. There are also things that you can do to prevent your brown sugar from doing this. One, you leave a piece of bread in there. Two, I imagine a marshmallow probably would work the same way that a piece of bread would work. That'll keep the brown sugar from like compacting like this. But I don't know if it'll necessarily undo it if it's already compacted. So we need about a quarter cup. About a quarter cup of brown sugar there. And we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of butter, melted. Give me a small bowl, please. Thank you. I'm gonna do a small little bowl right here. I earned that brown sugar. You're damn right I did. I really should figure out some music for this, huh? The sticks of butter in California are shaped different than the ones in Florida. All right, we're gonna chop it up into smaller pieces to make it melt quicker, more even. And then one way to do it is to pop it into the microwave for like 10 to 20 seconds at a time. You don't want to do enough to make the butter burn. You just want to melt it. What I can do, this is just good enough. I can pop it onto a burner on low, and it will melt. Also, yeah, I'm not gonna put the metal bowl in the microwave. Good catch, Miss G Mama. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Only do that if you have a microwave safe bowl. This is not. This is a metal bowl. I'm gonna put it on a burner on low, and it'll be good. It'll take a minute, but it'll melt. Next thing we're gonna add into this glaze, a little bit of olive oil. Right, and then we're gonna do, that's about it. That's all. Well, actually, we're gonna mince some garlic. Mince a little bit. Mince a little bit of this garlic now. This is the chicken that's just like a pile of eggshells, white substance, taste. Oh, that's Diana. Okay, I was like, what are you? This is not that chicken, Diana. This is a different chicken. I'm just gonna put some chicken thighs in my cast iron on low, and I'm gonna render out the fat, and then I'm gonna turn that into a pan sauce when I'm done. Sort of like a chicken stock sauce, almost a gravy to put on top of the chicken and the potatoes. when I'm done. But right now, I need to get to this garlic. And it's a fresh clove, which means it's going to take 5 hours just to get a few cloves out. I like how the way that garlic evolved to make people not want to eat it is to just be annoying. I trust anyone who uses words like render with a burner. Yep. As you should. Also, thank you for watching on TikTok. If you are watching along on TikTok, I appreciate it. If you want to get more involved, if you want to go to the place that it looks a little bit nicer and I talk to chat a little bit more, I'm streaming over on the purple app that rhymes with Switch and also the red play button one. So if you want to follow me over on those two platforms, we're cooking dinner right now, and then a little bit later we're going to do some D&D stuff. They're threatening snow in Tampa next week? That's crazy. I'd like to hear more about this Caucasian chicken dish. I don't really have a name for it. It's like mushroom chicken bacon dish. Lightly breaded, pan fried, and then oven baked chicken with some bacon and mushrooms and cheese, and then it's in a bath of its own sauce. It's one of my favorite things to make for friends. It doesn't look appetizing because when it's done, it's just like a big pile of gray almost. But it's delicious. It tastes real good. Chicken a la Ben. Yeah, sure. Chicken a la Ben. If you microwave the garlic for 10 to 20 seconds, it's supposed to loosen the outer layer. Good to know. What I do is I just take the flat end of the knife and I put it onto the garlic and I press down hard enough to get the crack. Will you entertain me with a Minnesota accent? I suppose. Don't you know? Okay, I can do the Minnesota accent there for a little bit. Also, thank you for the follow, Iron Roses Running Rivers. Hope I got your name right there. But appreciate that. Thank you for using those channel points on the Minnesota accent. We're gonna mince up this garlic here while the butter is melting. There's no good way to mince garlic other than the way that is good and safe and comfortable for you. Buy a slap chop if you need a slap chop. This is the way that I tend to mince my garlic. It's the way that's always worked for me. Is it the best? Probably not. Is there a more efficient way? I'm sure. Do I want to take time to relearn how to mince garlic? Nope. Because it's not important. Oh, we got a $5 super chat over on YouTube. Thanks so much. Should I sauce my chicken drumsticks with barbecue sauce or the last dab of hot sauce? Why don't you mix the last dab of hot sauce with the barbecue sauce and then put that on the chicken thighs? How about that? Not backseat chefing, but we're not starting to boil the potatoes first. I don't mind if you backseat chef. But no, we're not starting with the potatoes boiling. We will in a moment, but the carrots is gonna take the longest amount of time. So I'm gonna get all of the carrot stuff set up, and then we're gonna start boiling the water for the potatoes, and then getting the chicken to on the low heat to render. I have put at least 37 seconds of thought into the best way to get all of these things to be done cooking around the same time, and I'm hoping that I am correct. But also, I might not be, and that is okay too. All right, this garlic is minced enough. The butter is almost fully melted as well. So we're gonna drop the garlic into our bowl for the marinade carrots. The carrot marinade. Oh, thank you for the follow, Knife Wielding Goose and Arturo Perez Jr. Appreciate that. Also, great name, Knife Wielding Goose. All right, the butter is almost fully melted there. We're gonna get a peeler. We're gonna try to find a peeler. Okay, got one. We're gonna get a peeler and start peeling these carrots here. Oh, this is not my good peeler. Where's my good peeler? Where's my good one? I found it. That was barely peeling anything at all. Oh, that's so much nicer. Okay. One carrot peeled. We're just guessing how many carrots to do, by the way. Okay, thank you for the follow, Pat Tremore. Thank you for the follow, Echo Rebounded. And then we have another channel point redemption for a state accent. Whale Shark Ellie says, your state videos have kept me entertained for a week while I've been sick. Pick a New England state accent, perhaps. I mean, the classic New England is just up here. We can go into the Boston a little bit. We'll get into a little bit of a Boston accent. We'll bounce around with it there. I don't get to practice the Boston all that much, so it ain't perfect, but fuck, who gives a shit, you know? Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have been on a fucking tour lately, doing all the interviews and shit, and them videos is always a good time. I love watching those two interact and just like have fun. Also, thank you for the follow, Aggie Marie 96. Appreciate that. The bad peeler needs to go. No, you're right. I'm probably not gonna put that back in the drawer. Thank you for the follow, Glitched Mentat and Antique Duck. Appreciate the oh, and also Red Sky Blue Jay. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the follows. If you are watching on TikTok, thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to follow along a little bit better, get more involved in the conversation, you want to support me in a way that's more tangible than TikTok, I'm also streaming live on the purple one, that rhymes with Switch, and also the red play button one. So go follow me on those places if you want to get more involved. Loved you, Ben, but your latest short made me unsub just because it showed how uneducated you are and the fact that you are willing to fuck you to your fans if they don't agree with you. No, you misunderstand my video. Let me be more clear. Draga, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Listen, let me be more clear. I'm not saying fuck you to my fans. I'm saying fuck you to everybody who supports ICE. I'm saying fuck you to anybody who doesn't want to do their own fucking research and watch the videos. I'm saying fuck you to anybody who wants to fall for the blatant propaganda that's being peddled by this fascist organization, this fascist regime. I'm saying fuck you if you can watch people die and be murdered and shot in the middle of the fucking street by goddamn goons sent out by the Nazi fascist in charge, who, by the way, is a fucking pedophile, rapist, misogynist, and you watch me say fuck you, and you took that personally. That says a lot of shit about you and not much about me, you fuck. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Is that better for you? Is that better for you? You can step the fuck up if you want. I'll say it to your fucking face. But I'm gonna let you know right now, I think of 32 I have 32 fucking knives in my mouth at all times. And if you don't think about your teeth like that, you've already lost this fucking fight, pal. I signed a blank check worth up to and including my fucking life to protect this goddamn country against terrorists, both foreign and domestic. I swore a fucking oath to do that shit. So if you want to step the fuck up and claim that you are a goddamn domestic terrorist, I will stand in front of a fucking courtroom and claim that I took my oath and I was right to do so. Get the fuck out of my chat. The world will be a better place when you're gone. Anyway, we're gonna start peeling carrots now so that we can cook them in a brown sugar glaze. Thanks for watching. The Boston accent did really fit with that one. You're a vet too? How did I not know this information? I don't talk about it much. But yeah. See what I mean? I disagree with you and you want me dead. You don't fucking agree with me, Drog-Kanagar. I don't, whatever your letters in your name mean. You don't disagree with me. And I don't say fuck you because you disagree with me. The thing that we're disagreeing on is that you think the fascist regime should start murdering people. Of course I don't fucking agree with you. Of course I'm gonna say fuck you to your face. Get the fuck off your moral high horse. It doesn't exist. I'll say it to your fucking face too. Fuck you if you think people should die just because they're fucking brown. How dare you fucking claim that this is the best goddamn country on the planet and then get mad when people try to get here. Also, my roommate's home. I'm gonna stop yelling now. Thank you for the $10 gift on YouTube.
Keep yelling.
Oh, I can keep yelling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How was work, sweetie?
It's good. Wait, are you streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, from over there. Okay, yeah. I was like, where's the camera? It was good. I'd say hi, but I'm naked.
He's not naked, and it's disappointing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, what are you making?
I'm gonna do some chicken thighs in a pan sauce, mashed potatoes, and then brown sugar roasted carrots.
Hell yeah. Ben's good at cooking.
Everyone say hi to Danny.
Hi, Danny. Oh, that was very loud.
Did you say hi to yourself?
Well, yes, I did.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, have fun. I'm gonna go eat my shitty McDonald's upstairs. $4, baby.
Enjoy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, our glaze is done. Should I have minced the garlic more than I did? Probably. Do I want to? No. Oh, we got some more channel point redeems. Can you give me your best North Dakota? North Dakota. It's the Dakotas are kind of hard because truly there isn't much of an accent going on, but it definitely is like a bit of Minnesota, a bit of Canada in there. So I think that if you're gonna go around killing, raping, and committing crimes, you should be deported. But if you're innocent, you should fear for your life. He had a right to carry, but it went of because it was sick. So you're just gonna sit there and tell me you trust the government? You're just gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that you're just gonna believe 100% what the government is telling you is going on with these people? Everybody that ICE has claimed, every victim that they've taken, you're gonna believe the government when they look at you and you go, no, we were justified. Here's the facts. You're just gonna trust the government. That is a wild stance to take, my friend, because why would the government tell you the truth if it makes them look bad? Why would the government tell you the truth if it makes them look bad? You are falling for propaganda. I remember when I was in high school and we started talking about propaganda, and I sat there and I thought to myself, how could anybody be so fucking dumb as to fall for this shit? And now people like you come into my chat and you let me know, oh, don't worry, Ben. There are plenty of people that fucking stupid. The president is a fucking convicted rapist, misogynist, and racist. How fucking dare you? With the same breath you defend that fuckwit, talk about the people in the street being murdered deserved it for being rapists. You are falling for propaganda, my guy. And it's not even fucking hard propaganda. It is the most basic, simplest bullshit. If you had an ounce of media literacy, if you had even a modicum of fucking understanding, then you could see he thinks you're stupid, and he's right. And that's why it's so fucking easy right now. That's why it's so fucking easy for you to walk into my chat and go, no, I'm right. You're not. You're not defending him. Well, yes, you the fuck are. You came in my chat. You came in my chat and said you disagree with me. On what? Tell me. Can you tell me what we disagree on? Because there's no fucking way that we can disagree on what the fuck I'm saying right now, and you also don't defend that fucking man. Those two things are equal. Do you understand? You don't. I'm telling you, those two things are equal things. You cannot hate Trump and also believe that the killings by ICE are justified. Do you understand me? You cannot, with your same fucking breath, say that the Nazis in the street are good, but the Nazi in charge is bad. The cognitive fucking dissonance that you are coming into my fucking chat with is blowing my goddamn mind. Wake the fuck up. And either be fucking... You're being a fucking coward right now saying to my fucking chat. You walked in here, you said you were gonna unsub because we disagree on a video and because I said fuck you to your face. I'm being much more specific with it. I'm telling you exactly why I'm saying fuck you to your face, and you are staying in my chat. So either learn and wake the fuck up, or stop being a goddamn coward and get the fuck out of my chat. You disagree with me on the fuck ICE? ICE is needed to a point when people like my friend are being raped. Did Alex Preddy do it? Did Renee Good do it? Did the fucking child do it? I know the answer. The answer is no. But what you're saying right now is those people deserve to fucking die anyway. Is that what the fuck you're saying right now? Grow the fuck up. Guys, I gotta cook dinner. Yet fuck ICE because they make mistakes in high stress. Yup. Fuck them. I served in the fucking military, you nitwit. Brother, I was a fucking truck driver for the army. How fucking dare you try to claim high stress as a fucking excuse? Be better. If you crack under fucking stress, don't do a job that requires you to carry a gun. How about fuck that? $5 super chat from YouTube. There's the demon. Lost my arm and leg fighting on behalf of my country. I might not agree with everything you say, but that doesn't mean I have to hate you for your opinions. Everyone's entitled to their own views and opinion, and that's what makes America great. Thank you for the $50 super chat, There's the demon. There's a lot of things that we're not going to agree on. I understand. However, you and I both served. We signed up. We took an oath to protect the people of this country, both foreign and domestic. And right now, there's a domestic enemy. I feel like sometimes people forget that before I was a comedian, I was just a poor kid from Daytona Beach. That's who I am first and foremost. Before anything else, I'm just a poor kid from Daytona Beach, Florida. And I've been in a lot of therapy. This is what it looks like after years of therapy. Thanks for that super chat, Durs. I agree we have a domestic enemy. Problem is how we deal with it without starting another civil war. I mean, I'm with you. I'd love to, like, I'm not here rooting for a civil war by any means. I mean, I would hate for that to happen. But I'm also not going to sit here and say, like, we should just accept everything that happens to us. We should just accept everything that happens to civilians and residents in hopes that it pacifies our overlord. Yeah, I don't want a civil war, but I don't want people fucking gunned down in the street by the violent arm of the government. Thanks for that follow, Sarah Noel 19. Appreciate it. If you're watching over on TikTok, thank you guys for being here. If you want to be more involved in the conversation and support me in a better way, I'm also live streaming on the purple one that rhymes with switch, and also the red play button one. So you can follow me over there as well. Same name everywhere. Thank you for the follow, Lelo Banana. Thank you for the follow, Shepsky Ellie. If you are following me on YouTube now, thank you. It won't pop up on screen, so I can't see that it's happening. But I appreciate you too. Did you hear Green Day is opening for the Super Bowl? Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm a big Green Day fan. Thank you for the follow, Lefty Nev. Appreciate it. Oh no, I'm losing carrots. Oh, I'm losing carrots. Luckily, I just cleaned this countertop. 88 Mike. Yeah, that was me. I was 88 Mike, and then I switched over to a 92 Yankee supply specialist because they offered me an office. Thank you for the follow. And thank you for the YouTube sub, Lindsay Shoop. Thank you for the follow, Raven is Rubbish. Thank you for the follow, Spells 507. Thanks for the super chat, Hazy YX. Eagles have the worst QB of the NFC East. Well, now we're just lying. Well, now we're just lying to ourselves. Don't you come in here and you look at who even is the guy for the Giants right now? It's not Danny Dimes. Oh Lord, I'm fully forgetting. Who's the Dart? Jackson Dart. Don't you come in here and say that Jalen Hurts is a worse quarterback than Jackson Dart. How about Dak Prescott win an important game first, huh? Ugh, $2. Take your $2 back. We have channel point redeems. Ben, I would say do either a New Jersey accent or a Louisiana accent, dealer's choice. Also, again, thank you for the help the other day with the homebrew help. It showed me my ideas are good ideas and has inadvertently made me start making more homebrew. Also, I can't tell which scares me more, loud Ben or quiet Ben. That's very kind of you to say, Ignis Factorum. Makes me very happy to know that my help has motivated you and given you some inspiration and helped you realize that all your ideas are good ideas. Most ideas are good ideas, some just need to be refined. That's all that is. And if my homebrew doctoring can help with that, then I'm happy to continue doing it. I think we're probably going to do some homebrew doctor again later tonight after I cook and eat. But since you did channel point redeem, dealer's choice between New Jersey and Louisiana. You know I love me some Louisiana. We gonna do some Cajun up in here. Thanks for the follow, Tenacious Sauce. Thanks for the follow, Stanley So Silly. Thanks for the follow, Critter Rose. Appreciate that. Okay, we got them carrots chopped up now, put in the glaze. We gotta mix all that in there, make sure the brown sugar, the butter, the garlic, minced garlic gets all over the carrots, and then we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. That's what we're gonna do. I need water. I need to drink some water. You can hear my voice. I need to drink some water. Get all this mixed up in there. Alright. We got them carrots all prepped and ready to go. We're gonna put the oven on 400. And while that's getting ready to go, we can grab our sheet pan. Maybe. Oh. Gonna grab a sheet pan, we're gonna wash it. All right, sheet pan ready to go. Let's see, I missed some people. We got some. Thanks for the follow, y'all's FTKs. Thanks for the follow, not the real Chris. Appreciate that, yo. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Durs. I was a 12 Bravo combat engineer with a 2.8 cav out of Fort Cavazos. Where's Fort Cavazos at? I don't know about that one. I thought about going 12 Bravo, but I was in school for engineering at the time. I was at Embry-Riddle studying mechanical engineering when I signed up for the military. And I wanted to go 12 Bravo because combat engineer, you know? But because I was in college, I had to do a split op, so I had to go to basic, come back, do a semester of college, and then go to my AIT. So I couldn't do any combat positions with that. So I just took the one that had the biggest signing bonus at the time, which was 15 grand to do truck driving. Oh, Doodle, what you doing in my TikTok chat? We're making some chicken. We got chicken, we got mashed potatoes, and then we got some brown sugar glazed roasted carrots in there. I'm over on Twitch. It makes a lot more sense. I can spell. You can't spell, Doodle, and that's fine. And that's fine. We're all good at song, you know what I'm saying? And you can play the saxophone. Thanks for the follow, motherfucking baked beans. Thanks for the follow, Dakota Melly. Thanks for the follow, Adrian Casey. Thanks for the follow, Sade's Nats. Sade Snad. And thanks for the follow, McRanger Void. Appreciate that. $2 super chat from Durs. Fort Cavazos used to be Fort. Oh shit! All right. Damn. So you was on the. Ooh. Damn, Durs, you old as fuck. But hell yeah, brother. I just need something warm to drink because my throat hurts, but tea is my only option. Hey, if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? Text in here, dump as much sugar in as possible. Oh, for tea. Okay. I'm like catching up on y'all's chats. Y'all having your own conversations in there. Thanks for the... Oh, thanks for being a member on YouTube, Swear My. Appreciate that. Thanks for the follow, Email, Why Me, Why Not 45. That burger place. Come to my place for a free burger anytime you are in town. where's in town for you that burger place? But I appreciate it. Love a good free burger. I think I need more carrots. Or a smaller sheet pan. Or both. That's fine. They're thick carrots. It ain't much. I probably gotta like double the amount of carrots in this, but you was stationed at Fort Hood back in the 80s. Was that before or after it became bad? One can always use more carrots. Yeah. It's true. Alright. The carrots is ready to go. We just waiting for the oven to warm up. Next thing we gotta do is prep some taters. Gotta get a big pot. Big pot of cold water. And then we got peel and potatoes. You don't really gotta peel them potatoes, but I prefer it. The skins is good if you're frying. Get them crispy skins. The skin is good for you. I'm sure it is, but Aggie Marie, I'm real proud of you, Ben. We gave the right person a platform. You're not just good on good. You're not just a good on. You're a great one. Stand tall, and be proud of yourself. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Two potato. And sometimes I just look at the chat to see what y'all is talking about, and it is beyond me. As a mixed race person of two what'd that say? Two tea-based cultures, I state with authority that tea is more of a state of mind. Anything can be tea if you believe it has the soul for it. I don't know if I agree with that, but I appreciate your input. Wait, Ben, is former Floridian right? What kind of stuff would you do to out-weird this? I don't know if I fully understand what question you are trying to ask. Oven's ready. There's something about peeling potatoes and carrots that's real cathartic. Your oven beeps when it's ready? Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Hazy X. Sweet tea is overrated. We all know it. That is a stance to take, I suppose. Thank you for the channel point redeem, Whale Shark Elliot. Thought my PC was about to explode for a second because of your oven. Anyways, Pennsylvania or New Jersey sounds fun. We'll go into the New Jersey. I gotta say coffee. Coffee's how I get into the New Jersey accent. And it's just a mildly different. It's not super different from New York, but I gotta do something to mix it up, you know? Because all New Jersey is it's a suburb of New York City or Philadelphia, depending on where you live in it. Okay, while I'm doing this, while I'm peeling the potatoes, y'all is having a conversation. Can't say y'all in my New Jersey. Can't say y'all in New Jersey accent. You guys are having conversations about tea and stuff. I'm not a big tea drinker. We got another channel point redeem. Stanley's so silly. Can you do Texas, but like if it was having a gay awakening? Now, I've never had a gay awakening. Personally. So I can do the Texas twang, but wing it. Man. What's a movie that just came out with Now, I was trying to watch all them movies before the them Oscars happened, and you know, I was watching Frankenstein with you know, that tall boy. I forget his name or anything, but like, you know, the kid that played Frankenstein, and something about you know, I think personally, the guy who did Frankenstein, I think he did Frankenstein real. And you know, there's something about There's something about that Jacob Elordi fella. He's I mean, he's fine, you know, but it was the costume, right? The makeup department on that movie Frankenstein. That they was real good at the job. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. It had nothing to do with Jacob Elordi himself or nothing. It was just the costuming and the makeup is all. Jacob Elordi is hot, right? I ain't weird for thinking that. I ain't gay for thinking that neither, because it's just more of like an objective observation type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So. Ben, it's okay to be bi-curious. You are valid in that. No. I understand. Ben understands that. However, the channel point redeem was somebody told me to do Texas having a gay awakening. All right, all the potatoes are peeled, chopped, dropped in a in a pot of water. Put the salt in there. We're gonna turn this on high. Try to bring this to a boil. Put the carrots in the oven because the oven's done now. We're gonna set a timer for 15 minutes. Right? And while that's getting up to a boil there, we're gonna get our chicken ready. Really like to hear your Louisiana continue, but also I'd be intrigued to hear your British, though putting that as a side note as it's cheating. I need to practice my British again. I used to have a decent British accent, and now it falls into an Australian accent whenever I try to do it. But I can do it in my Louisiana for sure. For sure. Alright, we're gonna pull out this marinade here, this buttermilk marinade. As we get our chicken ready to go. Now we ain't gonna preheat a pan. We're gonna drop our chicken into a cold pan. But I need a chopping board over here. And we're gonna get some paper towels out, because we gotta pat our chicken dry. You're gonna want to keep like one hand clean. So you gotta touch chicken with one hand and then keep the other hand clean for sure. So we got another super chat over here. Thanks for the follow, Luna661366. Thanks for the super chat, Anime Girl 666. I just wanted to say, like your stuff. Used to listen to the table playlists while at work. I hope things are going good and that dinner is tasty. Appreciate that, Anime Girl 666. Things are going all right. I had a big bout with some mental health stuff going on earlier this year. And we're starting to get back to a good place. So I also hope dinner's good. All right, so we got the chicken out of the bag of marinade. We're gonna pat it dry here on top. Now I like doing this with skin on chicken, but we ain't got that right now. We got boneless, skinless chicken thigh, but that's still good. Still gonna come out good. Let's get our seasonings going on. We got salt, pepper. We got some garlic powder, onion powder, paprika. Let's see, what else we want to put on this? I think that's about enough right there. We got garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, pepper. Pepper. Pinch of salt on everything. Sprinkle on some paprika all over the place. Ain't no bald spots. Onion powder. Garlic powder. All right now. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take them chicken, put it season side down in the pan on cold. Press it in the seasons a little bit. All right, chicken's in there. We're gonna turn the heat up. To about a medium low. We want to go low so we can take it slow. Make sure we're rendering all the fat. Channel point redeemed by Whale Shark. Ellie, I'm paying more attention to the chat, so anytime I look at what Ben's doing, I'm majorly confused. How about some Montana or Alaska? Not sure if Montana actually has an accent. Neither one of those places really has an accent. Also, I'm going to put a quick moratorium on the channel point redeems for state accents because my vocal cords are doing a thing right now, which is it happens sometimes ever since my thyroid surgery. I don't have full control over my voice right now. It just kind of is whatever it is. So I don't have full control over it. I don't think I could do my normal Alaska right now. And I'm having to put like more effort into like getting to certain parts of my vocal range. It happens sometimes. Anyway, got the chicken on pot over here. And usually what also helps render the fat out of chicken is putting some weight on top of it to press all the juices out, press all the fats out. So we can do that too. I ain't so fancy. I don't own like weights to just put on top of chicken though. So we'll have to figure something else out. But before we do that, you gotta season the other side of the chicken. So, same stuff you put on the front side, you're gonna put on the back side. Pepper. Paprika. Garlic powder. Onion powder. And let's see what we can do about some weight. Alright, we got a pot. We got a pot here. I'm gonna wash the bottom of this pot and just put that on top of the chicken for some weight. Squeeze the juices out, render the fat. Clean pot on the chicken. Just squeeze all them juices out. Got the potatoes boiling, that's good. And it's gonna boil for a little bit longer. We can do a little bit of cleaning. Gotta get a strainer ready. Alright, strainer's ready for the potatoes when they're done. We're gonna strain them out. We're gonna put them back in this pot. We gotta get some milk. About a cup of milk. And and we got some butter out here too. We gotta melt. We gotta heat up the milk and melt the butter. So we just gonna, in the same tin that we used to melt the butter earlier, we're gonna put some milk and butter in there. That's about a cup of milk, and then let's get I don't know, a couple tablespoons of butter. Chop that up. And then we can grab, turn that on low. So we can get some, heat up that milk and melt that butter. Potatoes and carrots almost done. Oh yeah. Chicken's getting up there too. We got the fat is starting to render out. It's looking good. Alright. Potatoes been strained. Carrots about to be done in here, but then we gotta toss them a little bit. Let's move that over there. Where is the thing? Did I get rid of it already? Oh, my spatula go? I am so confused. I guess I could just use this spatula. So like it's fine. It smells really good. Smells like caramelized sugar and roasting garlic. Put some put some salt on there. Pop that back in the oven. About 10 more minutes. Take a pot back here. Put the potatoes back in there. I don't know if I own a masher. I do. add in the warm milk and softened butter. Continue mashing. That's really creamy. Hooray! Get some pepper, garlic, onion. I put some salt in there already, but we're gonna add more. I like salt. Pepper. Onion powder. Garlic powder. And then we'll toss in some Italian seasonings. And thyme and rosemary as well. Okay. I don't know where my other spatula is, but that's fine. I still have my wooden spoon. Potatoes are mashed and creamy. We just gotta incorporate all these seasonings in there all the way through. We're gonna keep that on low, just to keep up a little bit of warmth to it. Do you have to be generous with the salt on your diet now due to the thyroidectomy? I have to due to my hypothyroidism. Hashimoto's. Curious if you do too. They didn't say anything, but it's because I have a total thyroidectomy, so I don't have a thyroid at all. So I don't think I think I just have to have a normal amount of iodine and then hope that my medicine does the job of like a normal thyroid. Did I lose my second spatula too? No, but I'm gonna use the second spatula for the, actually, I'm probably not. Listen, I'm using more utensils than I need to. It's gonna be fine. Just because I can, I'm gonna add more butter. If you ever thought to yourself, hey, all this French food tastes so good, I wonder what the French did to make this food taste good. Don't worry, folks. Paula Deen found out the secret. It's an entire stick of butter. If you're worried about your food coming out and tasting good, or you perhaps want to just impress somebody, use an entire stick of butter in whatever you're cooking. And if you want to add a little bit of Southern, bacon fat. If you just cook some bacon and then you get a jar of all the bacon grease, isn't that much butter bad for you though? It depends if you mean emotionally or arteries. If the question is that much butter bad for you emotionally? The answer is no. In all likeliness, that much butter will make you feel better. If you're asking if that much butter is bad for your arteries, maybe eventually. But I'd rather be happy until I have to go onto a diet instead of just being miserable. Okay, that's good for now. The chicken is going well. The fat is rendered. This is a meat thermometer. We're gonna stick a meat thermometer in like the thickest part of one of the chickens. And we're gonna hope that we're at least close to the correct temperature. This meat thermometer literally has poultry on it. So yeah, 165 internal temp, as Jay Sunshine put. We're waiting for it to get up to temperature. Okay, it is not ready, which is what I thought. We haven't even flipped it yet, but we got all the fat rendered out of it, which is what we want because we're gonna use that to make a pan sauce later. So what we're going to do is turn up the heat and flip the chicken. Well, we're gonna look at the bottom of the chicken first. We're not gonna flip the chicken yet. We're gonna turn up the heat though. We were on medium low because we wanted to render out the fat, and we're gonna bump that up to like a medium high because now we want the color. Okay. The brown sugar roasted carrots they don't look great, but they smell phenomenal. I love physics, but I'm really enjoying the chemist bend too. I hope you move forward with the food-inspired content in the future. I'm excited to see what you have planned / up your sleeve on that topic. Thank you. I'm still working on my practical cooking series, which is just gonna be me answering your practical cooking questions with practical answers and not like, I don't want to give you like the oh, I went to school for many years, here's the exact proper way to do it answer. I want to give you the I cook a lot and here's what matters answer. So I'm working on that. Okay, chicken is flipped. We're gonna put our pan back on. Render out the fat more. I prefer that anyway. Practical is realistic. Any super easy and affordable meals, especially when you have no spoons to make an entire meal or certain tools in the kitchen that someone might not understand, you can give a good demonstration on it. Yeah, I've got a big list of questions that I've already sourced from people. So right now I'm just kind of going through and like organizing them into groups. I joined stream to an ad for the army. Seems right. Whoops. We're gonna taste the taters. Those are pretty good taters. But yeah, mo butter. Mo butter for sure. They are good as is. They gonna be better. They gonna be better. All right, I'm gonna taste one of these carrots as well. Yeah, it's good. That's good. I should not have let the sugar dry, because now it's just hard. It isn't perfect, but it's still good. We're checking to see if the chicken's done. Ben, do you ever bake? I'd love to see a baking stream sometime. Brownies are always a good start. I don't bake often because baking requires a lot more focus. Big fan of cooking though. Okay, chicken is not ready yet. Thank you for the follow, MacDog501st. All right, this is the first time I've tried cooking the chicken in this very specific way, so I'm being a bit more cautious. Usually, when I'm cooking chicken, I just know because I do it a lot. I'm guessing because cooking is an art, baking is a science, or however the saying goes. Yeah, basically, yeah. Cooking can be done a lot more with vibes. But while we're waiting for the chicken, we can start putting other stuff away. Onion salt. Or onion powder, I should say. Garlic powder. Paprika. Italian seasonings. Rosemary. Thyme. Salt, pepper. Put that and that over here. Trash. I'm gonna keep the butter out. Hell yeah. That's the color that we're looking for right there. We're gonna get ready to make our little pan sauce. What are we gonna do with it? We're gonna do, we gotta throw some flour in there to make our roux using the rendered fat from the chicken thighs. And then we'll do some, I got some chicken bouillon. So we'll add some chicken stock. And then maybe a little bit of cream. I still got some milk. We can add a little bit of cream and then we can season it. And that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Chicken's done. We're gonna add in that last tablespoon of butter. About 1.5 cups of water. I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. We're gonna mix that, but more importantly, we're gonna scrape all that fond off the bottom. So all that flavor that got stuck to the pan from cooking the chicken, you gotta scrape that up. It's a lot of flavor in fond. I like to take a plastic spatula and just kind of like put it down into the pan and push using the back of it and scraping up all the fond like that so it can get incorporated into the sauce. And we're gonna add a little bit of, we got a little bit of almond milk that we're gonna add in to make it a little bit creamier. I usually clean the sink when I'm cooking. Yeah, when I have like some time in between, I do sometimes. What do you do for an Indian accent? I've lived there for so long that I can't really tell how our accent is different from any others. Indiana doesn't really have a regional accent. Indiana is pretty non-regional, but I'll say like, oh, sorry, let me squeeze right past you there. I do lean a bit. I do lean a bit more Canadian with it, even though it's not necessarily like Indiana doesn't necessarily have that much of a Canadian vibe, but I do anyway. Just to give it a little bit of something, a little zhuzh. Add in a little bit more milk. Also, I think I have some heavy whipping cream. Yeah, we got some heavy whipping cream to make it thicker. Still good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the color we're looking for right there. Tell you what. God, I hope this tastes good. It's good. What's it missing? We're gonna add more salt. We're gonna add more garlic powder. We're gonna add more onion salt. We're gonna add more paprika. Might even add in a little bit more of that chicken bouillon. Let's see. Did that make it better? It did. It did. We're gonna add in some more heavy whipping cream though, because we want it thicker and we want it creamier. And heavy whipping cream is how you achieve that. Or at least that's how I am choosing to achieve that right now. For thicker, you can also add cornstarch or flour. Yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I need cornstarch. I just ran out of cornstarch. Okay. Let's make a plate. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is not going to be my favorite way to cook chicken thighs, but I wanted to try rendering the fat and turn that into a pan sauce. I think more often than not, what I usually do is I just cook the chicken thighs and then I make a pan sauce otherwise. Better than late night Lucky Charms, I guess. No, it isn't, Forrest. And I'm probably going to have a bowl of late night Lucky Charms later, because that sounds like a great dessert. And you know I'm right. Why did I choose this one? Why did I choose the slotted spoon to get sauce? Why did I do that? I'm tired. I need to eat. God bless mashed potatoes. What I want to do is we'll go like this. I think we got to figure out a better way to cook the carrots in the brown sugar. Usually I do it in the slow cooker. I did not do it in the slow cooker this time. And I'm probably gonna add some of that pan sauce on top of the mashed potatoes too. But this is the. I think this looks worse than it tastes. I've tasted everything individually, and it all tastes good. And yet, I think it looks worse than it tastes. So I'm glad you guys are saying it looks good. Either way, that's dinner for tonight. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna hop off on TikTok real quick. Thank you guys for watching on TikTok. I appreciate that. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch and YouTube for more to support me better and for more live streams, go do that, please. Otherwise, see you later, TikTok. And if you are watching me live on Twitch right now, we are going to raid someone. I just gotta see who is online to be raided. Okay, McDoodle is on, and McDoodle did hop in to our stream on TikTok earlier, so I feel like it is only right to raid her back. My friend Doodle, she's an incredibly talented musician. She does a lot of music on stream, so we're gonna raid her. She does saxophone a lot. She has the ocarina. She can play guitar. She's very funny, and she's a very talented musician. So we're gonna raid McDoodle. What's raid call? Beans. Bean. Everyone just yell bean. Or the beans are here. Yeah, that sounds good. The beans are here. She misread my name once as Bean Brainerd, so that's why we do that. Every time I go into her chat, she calls me Bean. And I call her Doot. But everyone pile into this raid. We're gonna raid over to McDoodle. I'll probably hop on live again in a couple hours, or hour and a half, 2 hours, to do some homebrew doctor stuff. But I'm gonna eat. I'm probably gonna watch the new episode of Shrinking, and then I'll hop on again later. Appreciate you guys. We will see you again later. Bye.
To pause